Today we shall learn a new poem of class 9. That is The Wind, and written by Subramania Bharati, who is a Tamil poet, and the root form is in Tamil language. But this poem which is written in Tamil language, is translated by A.K. Ramanujan, who is a Kannada and English poet. So children, before we enter into the poem, let us learn a little bit about the poet. So children, Subramania Bharati, who was born in the year 1882 and passed away from this earth in the year 1921, is a great Tamil poet, famous for his patriotism in the pre-independence era. And see children, another personalities they are here, A.K. Ramanujan, who is a Kannada and the English poet, well known for his translations of classicals and modern poetry. And A.K. Ramanujan, who has translated this Tamil poem into English, and now we are going through it. Okay. So children, you see here. So before enter into the poem, let's have a brief introductions about the poem. We all know that wind is a natural phenomenon. And in this poem, children, the poet talks to the wind. The power of wind has been described, and the poet says that wind is destructive. He has linked the destructive power of the winds to the adversities of life, and says that the weak people break down, but stronger people emerge stronger out of all these adversities. The poem gives an important message that we should be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardship of life. A weak person breaks down like a building and crumbles. We must make these destructive forces our friends with our strength and determination. So this is what children about the introductions to the poem. Now children, we shall enter into the poem. So what is written in the poem? Let's go through it first, and we'll be understanding line by line. That means we'll be explaining each line before you all children, you see. So wind comes softly, don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers, don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought run again. You're very clever at poking fun at weaklings. So children, in the first stanza that is written here, you see, wind comes softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought run again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. So dear children, poking fun means you are making fun of something. And weakling means a person who is weak. The poet is talking to the wind. He asks the winds to come softly, slowly. So he is saying that the wind should not be very strong and loud. It should be soft and subtle. Then he says that the wind is very powerful. It is destructive. It breaks the shutters of windows and scatters the papers. When the wind is very powerful, all the books which are kept on the shelf fall down. So here the poet is describing the power of the wind. Then he says to the wind to look at the destructions that it had done. Whenever there is a strong wind, all things that are weak, like small plants, teeny children, etc., they all get scared, and they can even fall and get hurt. We can say that in the initial part of the poem, the poet is referring to win as a young child. He is saying that it should come softly just like a small child does. In the latter part, we come to know that the wind is destructive just like a youth, just like a young boy or a young girl who is full of energy and destruction. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. Crumbling means children falling or to cause something to break. Rafter means sloping beam which support the roof of the building. Sloping beam which support the roof of the building. That means what? This is what? If you look to your ceiling, children, that beam is there understood and that support the roof. Remember this, okay? So here the word crumbling is repeated so many times to lay stress that everything crumbles in the face of a strong wind. So the writer is saying that when wind is very powerful, it is very strong. It leads to breakage of everything. Houses which are weak fall. Doors which are weak fall. The beams on which the roof of the buildings are supported, they also fall. All the wooden structures fall. All bodies of people fall. So see, animals, lives, hearts, everything that fall. So he is saying that everything crumbles. Everything that is weak reacts by falling down and breaking in the face of adversity. So the poet is saying that whenever a weak person faces any adversity or challenge in life, he breaks down and fails and falls. Okay? So the poet is saying that whenever a weak person faces any adversity or challenge in life, he breaks down and falls. The wind God winnows and crushes them all. Winnows means here children to broke again free of chaff, separate grain from husks by blowing on it. That is what the winnow. The poet is addressing to the wind as wind god, and he is saying that the powerful god of wind winnows. That means he sieves all the people, and those people who are weak fall down and get crushed. So here a comparison is made between wheat and people. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate the grains from the chaff, the wind god separates the strong people from the weak people. When there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak fall and get crushed. Now let's come to next stanza. So children, see here, we won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. So dear children, steadfast means here firm. The poet wants us to make friends with the wind, that is the adversities in our lives. He says that the problems will not listen to us. They will come. So we should be prepared. In preparations, we should build strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get into. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face these challenges. And then once we are strong enough, all the challenges will be like friends. We will not feel that they are troublesome. Next, the wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Flourish means children grow. The poet has kept the wind on a pedestal. He is comparing the wind to God. He says that wind is God and we praise wind every day. He adds that everything that is weak gets finished off in the face of the strong wind, and all things that are strong flourish and grow to become stronger. He is giving us a very important message that we should not feel bad that we are facing so many challenges and adversities in life. We should make ourselves physically and mentally strong to face these challenges. And once we are strong enough, we will overcome the challenges. We will become friends with them, and then we will be happy that we have these challenges in our life because they help us become stronger and better. So children, now we shall proceed to the literary device in the poem. Rhyme schemes will see it here. The entire poem is written in free verse. The entire poem is written in free verse. There is no rhyme schemes in the poem. The literary devices used as that is what anapura. Anapura means when a word is repeated at the start or two or more consecutive lines, it is the devices of anapura. Lines 2, 3 and 4 are begin with don't, D-O-N apostrophe T, that is what don't, and this is what we call the anapura. Line 6, 7 and 8 begins with U. This is what we call the anapura. And you see personification also, children, we have to understand here wind is personified. That means wind has been personified here. When the poet says you are, he is referring to wind as you. That means he is treating wind as a person. Okay. Another repetitions, that is crumbling, is repeated many times to lay emphasis or to lay stress here. And the poet wants to say that the wind crosses everything that is weak. So dear children, this is all about the poem. This is all about the poem The Wind, that is written by Subramania, Bharati, and translated by A.K. Ramanujan. So children, I think and I hope you must have understood this well, and hope also that it will help you a lot. So thank you children, read well, study well.